Hello everyone, I'm Chester44, also known as Falai, and welcome to this Let's Play of Citizen Sleeper 2. Last episode, things went to shit. We made our way over to Darkside with Marco and Eugene to try and find some way that we can work on taking this down. Unfortunately, it seems Marco turned on us and reported us to the people there. We don't have much choice. I'm going to do a push here. That's a 3, so that will at least help. We might be able to get enough supplies stolen from this. Well, that's a neutral outcome. Eugene, you're our only hope. You take a little food from a busy stall when the owner isn't looking, just a little. Unfortunately, we don't have a choice. We need to rest here. And this is going to give us stress. If we get any more 1s... You wake in the cold of the abandoned unit to an unsettling quiet. The air cyclers whine, the heat diffusers hum, but nothing around you breathes. You are alone. You slowly raise yourself, unclip the straps from the bunk, and allow yourself to drift up into the air. Silence. And then in that silence you hear something. A scrape or a scuff. It draws your eyes to the unit's doorway where a shape is settled in the dark. I knew you couldn't have gone far. Ankita shifts to fill the doorway. Rusher! We lost stress. You kick off hard, dropping your shoulder and tucking your head so you slam into her chest with full force. Ankita reels back, then spins, wrapping you with both arms, and uses your momentum to whip you around and bundle you back into the unit. Not bad! Oh, that was a solid hit. Just calm yourself. Let's not cause too much damage. She raises an eyebrow. May I come in? She drifts through the doorway. We don't need any attention right now. Extra attention right now. What are you doing here? Look, just shut up and listen. I'm risking everything by coming here, so don't make this any harder than it is. What you need to know is this. I am on your side. I want Darkside free just like you, and I hate Lane just as much as you do. I just have different methods, that's all. You might say better methods, given how well your visit has gone. And why should I trust you? I'm the only person who can get you off Darkside, so you better listen closely. It has taken me more cycles than you would believe to get this deep into Utsubo, and I'm not about to give it up just for one escapee. But then Lane doesn't usually run all across the belt chasing a lone escapee, even a sleeper. Ankita drifts a little closer, overshadowing you. So you need to tell me, now, what does Lane want with you? Why are you so important to him? I don't know. I'm not playing games here. What you don't understand, Sleeper, is that I've been trying to keep you safe since I saw you arrive. But your friend hasn't made it easy. Getting himself caught by Utsubo is bad enough, but then blabbing about you being here? I can only protect you from so much. Where's Marco? I don't run the gang, he's Oren's. I can't risk starting an internal war. Either way, you are lucky you aren't in the same position, and that you have me to thank for that. So I'll ask again. Why is Lane pursuing you? Explain that your frame is changing. Ankita looks away in thought as you explain. She waits for you to finish. None of it makes any sense. There's no way I'm letting Lane get his prize. Not until we understand more. I can get you out, but I need a couple of cycles, and I need you to do something for me. You need to take this with you, off station. She produces a thumbnail drive and holds it up. This is everything I've managed to scrape from within Utsubo. The key to challenging Lane is on here. I know it! Take it to Oliveira. It's tucked away in a crater in the shoals, the massive debris field beyond the hollow. You give it to Carmen. No one else. Ankita presses the drive into your palm and closes her hand around it. No one but Carmen. You understand? Lane's rise has been cruel. He has spilt too much blood. When I'm ready, I will make him pay for that. But Carmen needs to analyze what I've got on him, to find the right place and moment to strike. I knew a sleeper once, and I should have trusted them. So now I'm trusting you. I'll get you out, and you deliver. That's the deal. Then, together, we can... Ankita spins sideways, slamming into the wall of the unit with a grunt. A few small globes of red liquid glitter in the air. Run, Sleeper! Eugen flexes the fist he just hit Ankita with. I've got her! A shrill whine draws both you and Eugen's attention to Ankita. She is holding a boxy pistol at her waist, its side blinking with a pale indicator light. You haven't got shit! Ankita reaches up and wipes a little blood from her temple, her eyes not leaving Eugen. One hell of a way to join a conversation. Especially when I came to save you clowns! Eugen looks at you questioningly, his guard still up. It's a long story. Save it. Just let me know if I can bloody your nose. I have to go, Sleeper. You explain this whole thing to your friend if you want, but I won't be here when you do. 2 cycles. Be ready to leave. She backs out of the unit. When Lane comes back, you go out. Neither of us wants him to win here. And a piece of advice, forget Marco. Keep your head down and wait for me. You need some supplies, steal them in Flicker Row. Otherwise, keep to yourself. Ankita gives you a hard look and slips out of the unit. So what do we got? We have the Rise. The Rise is the last place you saw Marco. To find him, this is the place to look, but after his betrayal, you may not want to try. It's dangerous, but searching the Rise for a trace of Marco or Utsubo activity might help you find his trail, and the Utsubo comms network has to have some record or mention of Marco. If you can find it, you can find where they've taken him. We have some good rolls, we'll be able to search the passages and get what we need. That gave stress, which wasn't good. Safe house where you saw Marco is cleared out. Where is it moved to? Tucked deep in some communication logs are mentioned of someone matching Marco's description. Is this him? Let's see if we can find him. That was a lot of stress. Try again. Got him. Though you have no specific memory of it, there is something unpleasantly familiar about the place you have found yourself in. Among the many, many stack units of the Rise, framed by scaffolding and stretching away from dark sides reflectors, is in a way that is only possible in Zero-G, you have found yourself in a cold corner. Here, a locked door is marked with Utsubo's sigil, a single eel curled back on itself, its mouth around its own tail. Ouroboros? This is the kind of door behind which Utsubo keeps its secrets, its assets. Assets like you and Seraphin were. Like Marco is now. It's a door you've been watching, which is why you know there should be an enforcer lazily lent beside it, and why you know you only have moments before they come back. Break the lock. I was hoping for a better roll. You slip a shipbreaker's chisel from your belt pack and jam it into the lock, glancing over your shoulder as you try to force the mechanism. The tool bends and flexes. You force it sideways and hear a crack as the bolt shears off inside the mechanism. You wrench the door open. You're in. A dim corridor stretches out ahead of you, lined with doors on either side. The memory hits you almost immediately. Long cycles between jobs in a cell like this awaiting Lane's arrival. Kept safe. A lie that you believed when you were first brought to a place like this. Most of the cells are dark, empty, but a warm glow spills from around one of the doors. You quickly approach and look in. Marco is tucked into an inset berth, a padded niche like those in any unit. His back is turned to the small window in the door. You slam the exterior lock release without thinking, Marco turning over to face the door as it hisses open. Sleeper? He freezes for a moment, unsure of your intentions. He raises a hand as if to protect himself, to put something between you and him. You betrayed us. Marco frowns, his arm still up. I didn't have a choice, Sleeper. Why did you come here? To accuse me? Marco pushes himself up out of the berth. Let's not do this here. You came for me? Let's go. He glances desperately at the door behind you. You back out into the passageway and Marco follows slowly, tentatively. Time to leave. Lucky me! Daichi floats in the corridor, a knife glinting in his hand. I came to squeeze a little more information from Oren's prize here. He points the long knife at Marco. But it looks like I just got everything I need. He closes the gap, raising the knife. Now stay still. I'd prefer to deliver you to Lane in one piece. Oh, we're gonna run. The knife cuts deep as you spin into it, but you do not stop. You kick hard for the doorway, for the passageway, the lights washing over you in pulses as you do. Moments later, Marco and you are streaking through the passages of the rise in a haze, the pain fading, but the fear holding strong, desperate to leave this place once and for all. Well, we managed to get him out. The only other choice I have here is stealing supplies, which hopefully will be enough. That's bad. Oh, there's gonna be a lot of breaking. You wake in the bare unit cloaked in the endless shadow of Darkside. Outside the window, the lights of the city glitter, but you do not see them. Your attention is instead on the tugging thread in your mind. Lane drawing ever closer. You shiver. One more cycle and then you are out. That's the idea. Let's head into the row. Go ahead and do a roll. Okay, you've taken all you can. Pushing it any further would be too great a risk. That's all we can do, but we at least have some supplies. Well, we can survive this. Go ahead, end the cycle. We might have another broken die. Marco rises from his berth quietly. You haven't really spoken, the two of you kept busy by your own injuries and the constant fear that Daichi will find you. But so far he hasn't, and if Ankita is to be trusted, this is your final cycle on Darkside. You wait in silence, no one eager to speak. A deep fatigue has set in, and in this moment all anyone can do is wait for this excursion to be over. She's here. Marco nods at the doorway where a silhouetted figure waits. Ankita looks at Marco and then at you, a raised eyebrow the only acknowledgement that you went against her advice. Lane is back on Darkside. We have to go now. We won't have another chance. Come with me. Quickly. Quietly. She turns and pushes out into the corridor. Yujin gives you a look. Well, it's about time. Ankita leads you across Darkside, not stopping to look back. The lights and passages flash by, but you barely notice them. All eyes are fixed ahead on the way out. At some distant part of the station, Ankita stops at a docking bridge, a small freighter visible through the viewing windows. She slaps the door release and it slides open. She grabs your shoulder, looking into your eyes. Lane's focus will be on Darkside now. He needs to stop the infighting to shore up Utsubo. If you get out now, he won't follow. Remember, Ankita hisses the instructions to you. Get that drive to Oliveira, give it to Carmen. No one else, no matter what they say. Thank you. Ankita simply nods, and then she is gone, disappearing into the endless winding passages of Darkside. You drift gingerly down the docking tunnel, which leads onto the cold and sparse cargo bay of the ship. Once you are inside, there is a hiss and the doors scissor shut. For a moment you panic, seeing no exit, no other doors, just a metal-walled bay. Is this a trap? But the engines rumble to life and you give in to your exhaustion. If Ankita has tricked you, at least you're leaving this place behind. And then you feel it. Cold fingers reaching into your mind. You are so close. You are here. A rustling, a shifting. I can't quite place you. Can't quite put my finger on you, sleeper. But I know you are there. What were you doing here? Hoping to confront me, perhaps, or something else? I'm right here, you coward. Come and find me. I'll admit, I'm not quite ready for you, sleeper. But so soon this will all be over. A tone begins, shrill and inescapable. Let me show you. The tone rises. Lane is in the bay of the freighter, the pull of constant acceleration a comforting pressure against his chest. Lane looks around the bay, taking it in slowly. He inhales the stale air deeply. Lane feels power, feels pride. The sense of control over another excites him. This is his desire. Lane lifts his right hand and turns it in the air, flexing his fingers in a satisfying wave. Something flickers at the corner of your vision for a moment, and you strain to turn Lane's head. It does not turn, but you swear you see a figure there, in the bay with you. It opens its mouth as if to speak, as if to scream. Then it is gone. A smile grows on Lane's face, a spreading tightness that has its own impulse. He raises one hand and uses it to grip the smallest finger of the other. A pause, and then a sudden jerk. Lane snaps the finger back against the joint. His pain is instant, as is yours. It burns your vision away. When the white-hot blindness is faded, you look out on those same metal walls. You hold the same finger in your hand, and as you release it, you see the crooked shape it has been bent into. A shiver runs through you, and you reach back into your own mind to see if any trace, any fragment of Lane remains there. You put your hands on your face and push, as if to push him from your head. The ship continues out on its starward arc, away from Darkseid, away from Lane. But you can't help but feel that some part of him is still there, behind your eyes, concealed beneath the pain of that snapped finger. Now that is interesting. It takes... 6 glitches. It takes a long time before you're ready to discuss everything. First, there was the journey to the yard, then disembarking from the freighter, then explaining to the waiting crew why their ship was impounded, something Marco offered 1,000 apologies for. Thankfully, the crew of the ship that brought you out of Darkseid sent by Ankita took the others aside and settled them. Through the promise of remuneration or the threat of violence, you are unsure, but you expect they will leave together for Darkseid soon. You do your best to explain your encounter with Ankita to your crew, but the mention of her name sets off a significant reaction in Bliss. It seems the two have history, a relationship that fell apart. Bliss removes themselves from the conversations, and later on you find them in the berths, staring at the wall. The whole time you find yourself in a daze. Your skin hurts and your muscles tremble. You don't feel yourself. You rest for a while, and as you do, conversations echo around you, until you find yourself able to rise. Sleeper, Marco comes to you in the quiet of the rig. Can we speak for a moment? Go ahead. Thank you, Sleeper. I know I almost cost you everything, but you have to understand something. When they caught me, I was looking for someone. Someone important to me. That was why I wanted to come with you. I just wanted to get a message to him and to know that he was alright. He screws up his face, each word bringing him pain. And I admit, I thought I might be able to bargain on his behalf, to get us both out. Bargain using my life? Marco can't bring himself to confirm it, but you both know it to be true. All I can say is, I am sorry. Look, you can use the yard when you get back to the scatter yards. There are some components in there. Take what you want. I'm going to stay here a while. He does not meet your eye. He simply turns away and drifts down the corridor. As he does, Seraphine passes him by, receiving no acknowledgement. Seraphine gives you a questioning look as Marco leaves. What happened out there, Sleeper? He floats there, stretching his scarred arm, the protective sleeve he has been wearing since the far spindle finally removed. He's got nice arms. Marco betrayed us. What do you mean? He told Utsubo where to find me. No. That can't be... It's not that I don't believe you, but Marco hates Utsubo. He's come through for me so many times. I never thought... I'll talk to him. Seraphine nods, a grim look on his face. I'll get the full story. Seraphine looks down. I'm sorry I wasn't there, Sleeper. I should never have let Marco go instead of me. That's okay. Never again. Tell me it was worth it, Sleeper. That you got something on Utsubo. You explain about the meeting you witnessed, the conflict between Orin and Daichi, and Ankita's intervention. Explaining Ankita takes a little more effort, but you try to remember everything that happened. You explained Ankita's insistence that she was working against Darkseid and how she got you off the station. You explain that Utsubo itself is coming apart with Lane absent, and that this will draw his focus away from the two of you. Seraphine waits until you have finished to respond. So, this Ankita got herself inside Utsubo, just to try to break their grip on Darkseid. Take some balls. You explain the drive, mention Oliveira, Carmen, and then hold up the thumbnail drive, the one Ankita entrusted to you. Oliveira. I've heard of it, maybe once or twice. I just assumed it was some backwater colony. I never met a Carmen, though. What's on that thing? Seraphine nods at the thumbnail drive. Ankita didn't actually say. I don't get it. We just deliver this little mystery drive and that's all? Is that what you want to do next? Oliveira. You've never even heard of it, but it seems like the place to go if you want to help Ankita fight back against Lane. You look at the drive, and as you do, you can't help but feel you're being used, not for the first time. One thing I will say, if we want to head back to Darkseid, take on Lane, we are going to need to do so on our ship this time. Some crews get spoof transponders, send out a signal matching another ship. Not going to get one fitted here, but that's something we need to look out for. Sure, you think. Go back to Darkseid, where Lane waits. A shudder of fear runs through you, thinking of the moment he slipped into your mind on the freighter. If you ever go back there, you know you'll need something to counteract him. But you also recall Overseer's presence in that moment too, his strange form holding its shape as Lane tried to override your control. Perhaps Overseer has a way for you to resist his signal. Your mind whirls with possibilities and problems. Is this really the right move? To go back to the place that almost killed you twice? To take Lane on? Seraphine looks at you expectantly. What are you thinking, Sleeper? We need to prepare. I couldn't agree more. Seraphine shakes his head. Next time will be different. We'll be ready. We will come up fighting and Lane won't have a clue what's hit him. We need work. We need a crew. We need to take that thing to Oliveira, and we need you strong, Sleeper. Speaking of, Seraphine takes out a box of components. I kept myself busy these past cycles, working in the fabricator bays on the scatter yards. I figured you could use some spares. But first, we rest. I agree. Well, we got 2 upgrade points, and a bunch of those is not good. We have no stress. Everything's going poorly. I need to save more so I can improve Engineer. So what do we got? Contact Carmen at Oliveira, and we need to get back to Darkseid in order to do that. Which isn't gonna happen for a while. And you got all these broken dice. Scrap components, that's not going to help me. I mean, theoretically it would, but that seems a poor choice. Like, yes, I could, but no. Regular dice repair. That's 1 slot repaired, the others are all damaged, and we now have 4 glitches. There's not really much of a point to try and do this here now. Are we being searched for? No, he's not searching for us. We need to go to Oliveira, which is Hollow, the Greenbelt, Holmes Rock, Flotsam, Far Spindle, Hellion Gate. Can't get to Wellspring. There's Oliveira. It's a long ways away, but we can get there past the Hollow. That said, I want to spend some time here, at least using up time, and see what this is in the yard. But I think we're going to do that in the next episode. Till then, I am Chestic44, I'll say name is Fly. This has been a Let's Play of Citizen Sleeper 2, and I shall see you all next time.